Hello there and welcome to UBC News Tonight, our second edition of the day, this Tuesday, the 3rd day of March 2026. We are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcasting House here on Nile Avenue. On sign language, it is Senyamo Yusuf and I am Rukidi Kiijanangoma. Now, President Yoweri Museveni has pledged to boost Muslim women economically since they contribute to Uganda's development. The president was launching the Tamini General Insurance in Kampala, where he welcomed the initiative that completes the cycle of saving and borrowing without interest. We have more in this story.
Muslims across the country have gathered for an Iftar and launch of Tamini General Insurance with His Excellency the President of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni, organized by the Office of the NRM National Chairman, Head Hajat Hadija Namyalo. This started with prayers of congratulating His Excellency upon winning the 2026 general elections. Thereafter, the head of the national chairman, Hajat Hadija Namyalo, unveiled the intentions of the event, saying the initiative is intended to support small-scale business operators and low-income earners by providing affordable insurance solutions to help them sustain their businesses and strengthen the economy.
President Museveni, they still blamed the government. We had to think about a solution that can accommodate the poor or the less privileged. That's when we got in touch with Tamini General Insurance.
The CEO Tamini General Insurance applauded the president for creating a conducive environment for inclusive financing for ecosystem in Uganda that has addressed the challenge of the economy.
By granting the license to Tamini, you have legalized a new form of social security rooted in the principle of mutual protection and solidarity.
While launching the Tamini General Insurance, the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Museveni, welcomed the initiative as it's completing the cycle of saving and borrowing without interest.
Because that's what really insurance is. Insurance is you prepare that in case something you will take the car, select the jaw, this one now is done by family insurance. Which they have now just our granddaughter Namyalo was saying, it was being used mainly by the rich people. So this is now the insurance of the Mount.
Museveni pledged support to boost Muslim women economically as they are key in boosting the country's economy. The Muslim leader Yunus Kamoga thanked President Museveni for releasing him from prison, but also asked him to release other pharaohs who are still in jail.
chansi y'abantu babiri ku Rwanda
Faith Nantongo. Joseph Muyingo, UBC News.
President Yoweri Museveni has called upon all Ugandans to conserve medicinal and aromatic plants in order to support health systems, preserve cultural traditions, and support the livelihood of many Ugandans. The President's message was delivered Tuesday by the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robina Nabanja, during the commemoration of the World Wildlife Day held in Entebbe.
Today, Uganda joined the rest of the world to commemorate the World Wildlife Day under the theme Medical and Aromatic Plants, Conserving Health, Heritage and Livelihoods. The Prime Minister of Uganda, Robina Nabanja, represented President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni at the colorful ceremony held at Entebbe Works Ground in the Entebbe Municipality in Wakiso District.
Medicinal, aromatic plants, conserving health, heritage and livelihoods reminds us that wildlife conservation is not only about animals but also about plants that sustain ecosystems, support health systems, preserve cultural traditions, and support livelihoods of many Ugandans.
Museveni said conserving wildlife is vital because the sector is expected to boost Uganda's economy by $50 billion by 2040.
Achieving the $50 billion target will require concerted efforts to protect our natural resources, diversify tourism products, attract more tourists, and generate the much needed revenue for the country.
The function was also attended by the Minister for Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, retired Colonel Tom Butime, and his deputy, Martin Mugara Bahinduka.
Medicinal and aromatic plants are essential for both human health and well-being and ecological balance. These plants form the foundation of many traditional healthcare systems. They contribute to modern medicine and support diverse industries ranging from cosmetics and food to agriculture and luxury goods.
The Executive Director of the Uganda Wildlife Authority, Dr. James Musinguzi, said the authority is working tooth and nail to preserve some of the endangered species.
Over the past year, the Uganda Wildlife Authority has strengthened frontline protection through intelligence-led operations, enhanced ranger deployment, improved surveillance capacity, and closer collaboration with security agencies and the judiciary. Wildlife crime networks continue to be disrupted, and enforcement outcomes have improved. We have continued to invest in ecosystem restoration, invasive species management, and scientific monitoring to ensure that conservation decisions are guided by evidence. Species recovery programs, including the introduction of the rhinos back to the wild, Right Honorable, has been done in Ajai Wildlife Reserve.
The authority, through its newly created canine unit, demonstrated how the dogs can sniff out wildlife products from the criminals.
They have helped us to arrest several people, and we no longer confiscate these other products like ivory, pangolin scales.
A renowned professor, Patrick Ogwang, who made Covidex, a herbal drug used by many Ugandans to treat COVID-19, was recognized for his outstanding contribution towards using plants in the manufacture of modern medicine.
Chingo Francis reporting there. The Democratic Party DP Women's League President Sarah Adong is disappointed with the Electoral Commission over the delayed release of the election roadmap and specific dates for the LC1, LC2 and Women Councillor elections. Adong says although over 58 billion shillings has reportedly been disbursed to facilitate the election process, the Electoral Commission has not conducted adequate civic education to prepare citizens. She was addressing the media at the party offices on Walintuma Road.
On 14th February 2026, the Ministry of Local Government announced that elections for administrative units, Local Council 1, Local Council 2 and women councillors would be held in March 2026. Voting is expected to be conducted through lining up behind candidates across 71,214 villages nationwide.
In this sanctuary, we have the lining up process. Well, it could be cheaper, but again, even the 58 billion shillings, surely, I find that it's really very abnormal. We have just come out of an election. We have the vehicles that we use. Which materials are they going to print?
However, while addressing the press, the Democratic Party Women's League President Sarah Adong expressed concern that to date, the Electoral Commission has not released a clear roadmap to guide political parties and voters through the process, something she believes the Electoral Commission should have taken into consideration. Adongo has since then appealed to the Electoral Commission to immediately roll out civic education programs to prepare voters, noting that the lining up voting method differs from the recent elections, which involved secret ballots and the use of biometric voter verification machines.
1. Electoral Commission has not done enough civic awareness, civic education. 2, I do not think the political parties have been prepared enough.
The Electoral Commission is concluding the necessary preparation of the conduct of the LC1, LC2, and Women Council elections. And at an appropriate date, once it has concluded those preparations, the Commission will formally and officially inform the country of the dates, the guidelines, and any other details that the public needs to know.
In a separate development, as the country prepares for International Women's Day celebrations on March 8, 2026, Adongo called on the government to establish a forum to train traditional leaders in order to curb gender-based violence. She urged that many victims lack adequate legal aid, adding that access to justice in the country often requires financial resources that many women do not have.
The traditional systems, where are our cultural leaders in this space? This GBV is happening in homes, in our districts, in our villages, where we have traditional leaders, cultural leaders. Why are we not involving them in such issues?
Citing recent UNEP statistics showing that the majority of candidates who sat national examinations were female, Adongo questioned the relevance of celebrating Women's Day while challenges in the education system persist. She called upon the public and media to highlight untold stories about the living conditions of women rather than focusing solely on politics.
Janet Kataha Museveni, you are our Minister of Education and Sports. You are also the mother of this nation. Please, we call upon you to think about the future of this country. The education sector is left for those who are rich. The underprivileged, doom. You have no money, your children don't go to school. For us, let us first leave the men who are fighting for space. Let us go and dig out some of these untold stories.
Charity Marion Imnat and Rogers Komagum reporting for UBC News.
Police in Chira have arrested 2 people suspected of obtaining money from people by promising them positions as resident district commissioners, RDCs, and deputy RDCs. The suspects have been identified as Juliet Nganda, a resident of Bweyogerere Central in Chira municipality, and Kaigwa Eddie, a resident of Buvuma. The arrests followed a complaint by a man from whom they allegedly asked for more than 2.5 million shillings, promising to secure him a job as a deputy RDC. Police say they have been charged with obtaining money by false pretense and fraud.
Started on Friday 27th this month after a complaint by a man from whom they allegedly asked for more than 2.5 million shillings, promising to secure him a job as a deputy RDC. A resident of Bweyogerere in Kira municipality was arrested over allegations.
Suspects for allegedly obtaining money by false pretense. The suspects have been identified as Nganda Juliet and Kayikwa. Preliminary findings indicate that the suspects allegedly took about 2 million shillings from Awan Mugabe Obadia in exchange of job of assistant RDC. And it is alleged they were still demanding money from the victim. Then were informed about the incident, opened up a case, arrested the suspects, and they are currently in our police custody.
Obadia Mugabe, a resident of Nambale in Iganga district, is one of the people who claim to have been conned. Mugabe, who was a teacher, said got in touch with the woman identified as Rose Juliet Nganda, a resident of Bweyogerere in Kira municipality, to help him secure the job.
But the management is another second chance. It was the tufunye na yate tujifunye mububi etasobode kutuyamba naye esente zituse mu ofisi ya mama twadde milioni 2.5 kati emitwalo 2 nogenda mu ofisi ya mama ziri ezasoose emitwalo 2 bangambye nti za transport etwala ebintu ebyo State House.
Nganda claimed that she had received information about people looking for RDC positions. She denied engaging in fraudulent activities.
Sina sente zembadde mbajjako wabula nabajjeko applications mbajjako ne numbers nembajjako applications photocopy of national IDs nebirala.
Today, Kira police arrested Kaira Idi, a resident of Buvuma, to add on Rose Juliet Nganda, a resident of Bweyogerere in Kira. The Minister for Presidency, Millie Babalanda, warned the public to be cautious of fraudsters.
Some individuals who are moving around, conning innocent Ugandans, soliciting money from innocent Ugandans, obtaining money by false pretense over the appointments of RDCs, deputy RDCs, and assistant RDCs. Appointments of RDCs, deputy RDCs, and assistant RDCs are done by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, who is also the appointing authority. Therefore, you should not be conned. You should not give away your money because these appointments are free of charge.
These two are currently detained at Kira police station.
Well, the 40 days of those two are reached so early. Uganda's diplomatic missions in Europe are sharpening their focus on delivering measurable economic results back home. The head of economic and commercial diplomacy, Ambassador Richard Kabonero, noted that Uganda's missions abroad must go beyond reporting and focus on creating real economic impact for the country. Our reporter Eddie Olwa is in France and sent us this report.
The annual Uganda Embassy Retreat and Workshop is currently underway in Le Mans, France, bringing together officials from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Uganda's mission in France, Spain and Portugal.
The mission here in France is critical because it's one of the sources of FDI through Total and the ECO project. A lot of investment inflows in the oil and gas sector, but we also, the mission covers Spain and Portugal, and Spain is a source of tourists. So we are looking at all areas to encourage our mission.
The head of economic and commercial diplomacy at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Richard Kabonero, is challenging missions abroad to move beyond routine reporting and focus on tangible outputs that directly support Uganda's economic transformation. He urged diplomats to actively promote key national and international events as strategic platforms for marketing Uganda's products and opportunities to the diaspora and international investors.
The ECD program is a strategy for the tenfold growth that is being implemented by the ministry. Our team is here to support the mission here in France, to achieve the laid out work plans under the economic and commercial diplomacy.
This retreat is centered on integrating economic and commercial diplomacy into mission work plans with clear targets, realistic costing, and accountability.
And for missions that are not performing, we will scale back resource allocation. So it will be really value for money, not the usual business.
Effective diplomacy translates into jobs, increased exports, foreign direct investment, and tourism growth. Uganda's ambassador to France, Portugal, and Spain, Doreen Ruth Amule, highlighted progress made in advancing trade and investment partnerships with key French institutions, including Total Energies, MEDEF, alongside 40 companies under the France-Uganda Chamber of Commerce.
And their target is to look at local opportunities, either to export or to import. That means they are looking at value addition, they are looking at creating tourism and different sectors where they can invest in.
As the global economic pressures and geopolitical shifts continue to reshape diplomacy, the message from Nomade France is clear: Uganda's mission must compete, innovate, and deliver measurable impact. Eddie Ulwa, UBC News.
Thanks, Eddie, for that story there. Now from France, let's come back to Uganda, where workers for water and environment have reached a park town council covering 62 kilometers of the 560-kilometer trek to Kampala. They visited Nakolchili Valley Tank and Matanyi Girls Vocational School, highlighting efforts to promote environmental conservation.
Workers for water and environment from Moroto to Kampala have reached Napak Town Council, covering 62 kilometers of the 560-kilometer distance to Kampala. The group is promoting environmental conservation and access to water for domestic and livestock production.
These ones are helping us to monitor and also quantify the amount of water we have in those rivers. We also have the groundwater monitoring stations, but those ones help us to quantify the amount we have underground.
The workers visited Matanyi Girls Vocational School, which is undertaking tree planting to combat climate change.
And we have been in this project with the Weltunga Hilfe, with the tree growing, and we have so far planted and trees and also looked after over 1,000 trees in the school.
We are going to present this to Ministry of Water and Environment and see if they can also add more support to them in terms of water and sanitation and environment.
The workers also visited Nakolchilo Valley Tank, a critical water infrastructure project serving the local agro-pastoralist community.
He says as this is because it is the surface water, so it rained yesterday. So actually the water, it pushed all the dirt inside the valley tank.
That we know that this water here is the surface runoff, and this water here is not very safe. It's not very safe for human consumption. And that is one challenge, that even as people consume this water, they are predisposed to contracting sicknesses that are water related.
I appeal to the Ministry of Water Environment is to support us, really schools, to try and see how they can support schools in the region as a whole. Many schools have a problem of water.
This financial year, we are going to end drilling of the boreholes. We are now going to embark on a pipe water system. And the government policy now is we have to change from drilling boreholes to pipe water system. Every 100 household should be provided with the pipe water system, and that's where we are attending.
Chira municipality is grappling with rising cases of passenger theft as criminals use taxis along the northern bypass to target unsuspecting travelers. The growing complaints have raised concern among both residents and security authorities. Security forces have now intervened to streamline operations at Chaliwajala stage by overseeing the election of new taxi leadership to restore order and curb crime in the area.
temutebenkedde nekyali wajjala kira tejja tebenkera. Ffe nga ffe wano tulina obulumi obututuukako obuva mu bantu nga buva mu mirimu gyammwe kubanga tekitambudde bulungi. Okugeza oluguudo kyali wajjala n'alya Northern Bypass kukyaliko nnyo embeera z'abapira mu taxi. So bwe muba nga temuyina bukulembeze obugumivu kitegeeza nti naffe kijja tubeerera kizibu okugoba obugundi buno obuvuyo buno.
So they have voted 7 posts, including that one of General Secretary, where that is my office, Chairperson, Vice, Defense, and Welfare, even the publicity. So there have been many challenges in taxi sector, but the younger generation, we are trying to sort out those problems where we call upon the government to come and help and support the taxi sector so that the community can benefit.
If we get any problem down the Northern Bypass, according, we shall just call the DPC or the RDC of our area to notify them that we have here a problem. They will come and intervene.
The Korean Foundation for International Healthcare and Uganda's Office of the Prime Minister has launched a modern clean water project at Masese fish landing site in Jinja City. The project brings hope to residents living in poor drainage areas and poor sanitation.
My name's Alinda Ruva. I'm a principal officer, expert health and watch focal person in the Prime Minister's Delivery Unit Office of the Prime Minister. We are here today for the Coffee OPM Busoga project second phase and also groundbreaking for the different wash infrastructure that is going to be built at Masese Landing Site and Jinja Referral Hospital. This is a project that was signed between Coffee and OPM, and this is the second year and second phase. So this is part of the implementation of the Coffee OPM Busoga Wash project. It's going to help the people of Masese Landing Site because since they are along the Lake Victoria, they don't have any wash facilities, clean wash facilities. They use the lake for open defecation and for drinking, and also children swim in the water. So this project is going to be very useful because our communities at Masese and the business persons are going to use the drinking water facilities and hand washing. The same applies to Jinja Referral Hospital. The patients and visitors that come in that need those facilities will be able to access.
I just worried about that management. What if we build it and they give you and then it break down like within 1 month or 3 months? It became useless. So the reason why we urge the people who are using this one to maintain. Those people who are sick because of the dirty water. But now we have a resolution. So we are not here forever.
Embeera y'omwalo naye tusaba gavumenti lwonkeza omwalo n'okuba nti kasasiro tebatera kumutwala mu budde kyova ensonga lwaki tufuna obulwadde obwo tujja kusaba kanso tukwatireko kuba nti tusobola tugenderenga etwalenga ebintu bino mu budde.
Kumbe twagenda okuzuula nga tunywa amazzi amakyafu kati ne bavaayo ne bagamba ti tugenda obalobingira amazzi naye nga obimanyi nga tumanya topya bya politics nga tumanyi netulinda naye kati juzi bajja ne bagamba taka tuzze.
To Mbale now, where school administrators in Mbale City are concerned over road accidents involving learners studying in schools located along busy highways. The 2024-2025 police report shows that 14 pedestrians that die in accidents, 2 are school-going children. Speaking motorists fail to observe pedestrian crossings, which puts lives of children at risk.
School along Mugisu Hill Road, administrators are appealing for deployment of traffic police officers during peak hours to help regulate traffic and protect learners.
Motorcycle riders and those who are driving cars do not follow this rule. I remember one time when a parent was coming with their children trying to cross there and was knocked by a speeding car. Almost every week we have an accident here. It is our humble appeal, those in charge of a gone zone, to avail as a traffic officer. You know, when somebody is on uniform on traffic, those who are riding and those who are driving vehicles will obey.
Similar concerns have been raised at Mbale Police Wanyera Primary School, located along Mbale Tororo Highway.
When we come to Mbale Police Wanyera, honestly, we do not have a zebra crossing either way. Last year, I lost 2 pupils plus a parent just across the road here.
The 2024-2025 police report shows that 14 pedestrians that die in accidents, 2 are school-going children. The Intelligent Transport Monitoring System has rolled out a road safety training campaign, Safe Kids, Safe Future, in selected schools to equip learners with essential road safety skills.
These are traffic lights. If the traffic light is red, what does it mean?
We're traversing about 12 schools across the country, basing on regions, and we are targeting about 3,000 students, pupils rather, skilling them on life-saving basic knowledge.
Officials from the Transport Monitoring Body cite overspeeding as a leading cause of road accidents.
When you look at Traffic and Road Safety Annual Report of 2024, the latest that has been released by police, it's clear that the biggest number of road accidents is caused by overspeeding.
Elgon Region Police acknowledge that reckless driving and overspeeding claim lives of learners in the area.
There are a series of pupils and students that have really died in these fatal accidents. I remember very well, there were 3 pupils of Nabuyonga. They died in an accident.
What is the use of this helmet? Thank you for protecting the head.
The director of All Kampala, Hajat Sophia Safina Kenyange, has urged Muslims to exhibit discipline and humanity even after the fasting period. She says Ramadan is a month for repentance and giving, pillars that Muslims should observe. This was during the Ramadan Iftar dinner for ghetto youth living in Kampala areas.
Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, la ilaha illallah.
From food and drinks, and all your body should fast. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we are able to fast and we are able to provide a meal, like I've always told you, that we should always try to make sure that we provide a meal. We thank our donors, we thank those who support us in this cause to make sure that people break their fasting. This is the 5th tent that we are able to run here at Old Kampala to see that people are able to break their fasting. It's not easy, it's very important. Someone finishing the fasting without eating food is very hard. Please make sure that you help and support those who are not able to fast. Break someone's fasting. It is very important. You get rewards and also that person gets rewards. Also, the women there, we are fasting, we are now covering ourselves. We are putting on hijab. But when fasting is gone, you remove all that hijab that you are being putting on. You remove that veil. But I'm telling you, veiling yourself is an act of worship. It's not a fashion, but it is an act of worship. So don't remove that hijab after fasting. May Allah guide you and support you so that you're able to keep that hijab as a Muslim woman, as a modest woman, as a woman who will be able to be respected in the community.
Business News is up next after this other short break.
Mukyala
wanje dadi
okimanyi nti abaana batuuse okudda ku masomero naye sente ziibuze kakati ky'oba okola twalayo ekitundu kya fiizi ku ssomero lya junior eza van tunaazisasula oluvannyuma
naye dadi lwaki tetusasula nga tukozesa momo etuwa n'omukisa oguwangula school fees za mwaka mulamba bweddu n'okusingawo ate nno mwattu osobola n'okufuna looni ya school fees ku momo mpozi n'ekirala essomero erikozesa momo lisobola okwewangulira vaani
kyekyo kyennyini wangula school fees wa mwaka mulamba n'okusingawo ate nga n'amasomero agakozesa momo galina omukisa okuwangula vaani ko n'ebirabo ebirala 1000 osobola n'okufuna looni ya school fees ku momo nyiga star emu 65 8 noti hashi oba kozesa momo app.
I'd like to thank all our clients, our valued taxpayers, the people that we serve as we collect revenue for building our nation. I thank you very much for the questions you have sent through this program of Buza Commissioner. On behalf of URA, I'd like to pledge that we are committed and we will continue to answer all the questions that you ask through this platform. The whole purpose for this program is to ensure that your pain points, your questions are efficiently responded to. So I would like to encourage all our taxpayers who have questions to ask to please utilize this program that we are running on UBC, that will be receiving your questions through the numbers that you've been given, and URA will be available to answer these questions every Monday and every Wednesday during the 8 o'clock news bulletin. And then on Sunday, after the news, we'll have a full response to all the questions that will have come in during the week. I thank UBC for supporting us in reaching our taxpayers, and I thank our taxpayers for responding positively to this program. Thank you very much.
Buza Commissioner.
Tony Magomu yawangudde school fees
mwaka mulamba.
1 year of school fees. What is the school?
Viva College School.
When I received the call, it took me a moment to believe the story. I said I could wait until today.
Yes.
When I received the second call is when I believed. But I think I was lucky.
Oh.
Sure.
Can we talk to the student? How do you feel? Oh, we don't hear.
Yeah, I feel blessed.
Star 165 star 80 hash is the magic code. Enter the student's number. So start right now. And you could be a winner.
Welcome back. Let's have a look at business news now. The security authorities in the Masindi district have met stakeholders in the sugarcane industry, but are yet to resolve on the relocation of weighbridges recently uprooted by officials from the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives. The weight bridges at Rukondwa village in Wijanga sub-county and Kihande in Masinde municipality were closed earlier by Trade Minister General Wilson Mbadi, who directed that the weight bridges be relocated away from active cane trading zones. He tasked Masinde RDC Darius Nandida to lead a consultative process to identify new sites.
I directed that for the way the bridge is open, we must put certain things in place. The millers were here, all of them. The farmers were here, were very represented, and the security committee and the leadership of Masinde were here. And we were trying to see how best we can relocate these way bridges. Because now, according to the investigations made by the Minister of Internal Affairs, the Minister himself, and the security, the previous security committee of Masinde, the district council, the previous, they are saying there is a road of sugarcane theft.
There is nobody who is against Victoria Sugar buying uncontracted sugarcane by Kinyara. And there is nobody objecting the weighing of sugarcane for payment. The whole confusion is brought about by the union, which is not organized.
It benefits very many actors along the value chain. If, for example, you're a sugarcane farmer and your cane has been stolen through such processes, wouldn't you be comfortable that a loophole that has been letting out your cane to be stolen has been plugged? So it is not.
We have discussed this matter of relocation at length, and the standing suggestion that there is that we reopen the bridges while we are looking for, we have suggested, and it seems to be agreed that we should have the bridges reinstated.
Tunyigirizibwa ku ebikajja bye tulima mu kampuni ya Luweero. Zaani eje giriwo gituyamba n'omwana omuvubuka asoma ayinza okulima ebikolo 50 eby'ebikajjo. Naye
nakatale ka bikajjo nakubonyabonya muntu wa wansi. Awo tusabira President wa Uganda, His Excellency. Why you nsonga eno?
As the union, if we are looking at helping our farmers, these weight bridges should be as near as possible to these farmers. So that's where the contention is.
The private weight bridges under Bunyoro Union are helping the farmer to ascertain the weight of the produce. So we request the government to help us reinstate the weight bridges.
Issues of way bridges there, and that story brings us to the end of this second and final edition of News Tonight here on UBC TV this Tuesday, the 3rd day of March 2026. Thank you so much for having kept us company. I am Rukidi Kiijanangoma, and on sign language it was Senyamo Yusuf, and we wish you a blessed night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555. Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Ishaka Bushenyi municipality is located in the Ankole sub-region of western Uganda, approximately 320 kilometers from Kampala. In Kashenyi ward, Ishaka division, Ayolechire Anna Babira stands out among the beneficiaries, transforming their livelihoods.
Nineka mpango abazire banje mwameri fazi barira no mucyara bakatwarwa na hanyine mu mukikuru umutura nawe na nabakozi.
On 1.5 acres of land, she grows strawberries, a high-value enterprise attracting both domestic and international demand.
Strawberries is a high-value crop. Nishona gichuzinjire kandi nangwa nkareba president akarya kugamba ngo especially ababushenyi turonde fruits ezine high value ninga crops aho kubita kaditu nuriche kandi ari kutugambira cyo kozesa 4 acre model. So ndeba nti nazo mu enterprise yo kuhinga encherere nimbasa kutunga mu munonga aho bati tinkwenda itaka linji munonga ngombe nyine acres and acres. Eka yanjemwe n'ekicweka neba nemara kuhinga encherere kandi nkihamu kyamu. So nyine mwabakozi abo kukora burizoba abantu permanent abakozi batano then casual workers ni abakozi batano konka in the future niteka nakumani nkura ninja kuzingana naho mwanya aruguru yezeza hansi iba kweta hydroponic. In fact aba mega one time bakamba jirangu hino wabire na kora order from Dubai ariko endenchereza Uganda konka kanta kuchibasa nambwenu nicho ni encouraging abandi abakazi nyine outgrowers obundi tukakanyisa because nkaba Dubai bakambenda one time per week yenchereza Uganda ahabo kubazi organic. So in the future byakurebera ari echo ngunyi improving nyongereho nyegese n'abandi basinge vision body to exporting enchereza tumesente nyingi in fact tunge dollar.
In Nyakabirizi ward, Charting Progress is registering progress of her own in banana farming.
Amazina and Charting Progress in the Gacho Barisi in Nyakabirizi municipality of Rukidi district. I have mentioned as you don't touch. I'm going to Kunda Kora. I have booked one will contains. The Sente Gastunga Okuiri. Kandi zikaba ziri miliyoni imwe nkaziteza mu bunyansi abakozi ababutire bakabutera intaro 20 nagaruka naguraho n'amasha g'intwaro 10 nagaruka ababushombere nabaha intwaro 20 omukubanza tine chenabe ninyamu konka kunatire mwebyo hati ndiyo ninyamu.
Previously, the plantation mainly sustained the household. After accessing PDM support, investment was made in manure and mulching materials, leading to improved yields. The money was used to buy fertilizers and mulch. Production increased, and there are now bananas for sale.
Hati okunkureba nimza kuba ningoba musente nk'emitwaro nka 10 buri kwezi ahubwo kuba nindeba urutoke rwanjye ruriyo ndubonera.
The support has reached people at the grassroots. The credit is affordable, and it has changed the way farming is viewed.
Mwene President Museveni abereho ntumukunda munonga.
For farmers like Anna and Grace, the path towards wealth creation is becoming clearer with every harvest.
Every Wednesday, live in our studios in the heart of Kampala.
We have to change the political culture in this country, really. Who has bewitched Ugandans?
I want to assure you, as government, we shall do whatever it takes to ensure that Ugandans are safe.
We have conversations that have analysis, explanation.
This law society, this union of theirs, because they want a job everywhere, they want to be this, they want to be that, they want... No. We know it's a union.
You cannot be making a road, bitumen grade 1, in Congo for 5 billion.
But not every truth is fact, and not every fact is truth.
The argument that the General Court Martial is responsible for peace and stability is without basis, either in law or in fact.
We have been told how Napoleon was a great orator. Now, Napoleon cannot help me get food. They told me combine harvest in Saskatchewan. I don't know where Saskatchewan is. This is a geography we're taught. Instead of teaching me how to preserve Mabera forest, they're teaching me about Rhineland. This is a problem we got. We cannot run away from it.
Right now, you hear very disgusting stories of members of parliament. Instead of discussing the details of loans, they ask for their cuts.
Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. on your public broadcaster.
Public broadcaster, UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Buli munya-Uganda nayitinga amakuru marungi. UBC West eyina amakuru marungi kandi agari kwesigwa. Rero za program zayo ziri omu Runyakitara hamwe n'Orufumbira. UBC West eyine tekinologiya ey'omurembe eri kugibasisa kuhika omu bicweka byona omu ihanga nangu n'aheeru y'eihanga. Tukwatire aha frequencies ezi: Kisoro 97.7 Fama, Kabale 93.7 Fama, Hoima 99.1 Fama, Kampala 105.7 Fama, Mbarara 97.4 Fama, Footpoto 98.8 Fama, Masindi 5 Fama. Kurikiriza UBC West ohulire embaganiza. UBC West empika huna.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding